वहाँ से वो भी अच्छा बताते हैं।
हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। अभ्रमं भंगरहितं अजडं विमलं सदा आनन्दतीर्थमतलं भजेतापत्रयाभं नित्या सिद्धान्तदुद्ध्वान्त विध्वंसनशिक्षणः जयतीर्थकथनिर्भासतां नो हृदम्बरे हत्तिकल्पितकल्पोऽयं प्रत्यत्यकेसरी व्यासतीर्थगुरुभूयात् अस्मदिष्टादसिद्धये तपोविद्याविरक्त्यादि तत्मोगाकरानं वादिराजगुरून् वन्दे कृपदाश्रयान् पूज्य राघवेन्द्राय सिद्धर्मताय च भक्ताङ्कल्पवृक्षाय नमः कामधेनवे दुर्वाय ध्वान्तरवे वैष्णवेन्दीपरेन्दवे श्री राघवेन्द्र गुरुवे नमोऽत्यन्ते आळवे आपादमणिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामाक्तं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्तु मनोरथाः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. We'll be celebrating Shivratri tomorrow and day after. So after going down to Lord Shiva also, and on this special occasion of Shivratri, special namaskaras to Shiva, and then we'll start our Bhagavad Gita session. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambho. So Rudra, he gave the Taraka mantra, Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattuliyam Rama Nama Varanne, to Parvati Devi. So he is a great Vishnu Bhakta also. So it's our duty to bow down to Ahankara Tattva Abhimani Ruddha Devata. And now we'll start the Gita. Continue. We are doing the third chapter, Tutiya Adhyaya. The third chapter, we saw all the preface type of slokas for the karma chakra or the cycle of karma. So this karma chakra is very important because we saw it's like 4 slokas starting from Sahayagnya Pradas Sushtaha. From there, Yagna Pishtashna Santo Muchyante Sarva Kilbishahi Bhunjate Te tu Agam Papa E Pachanti Atma Karanat. Here Acharya says one special thing, important thing. So just touch upon that and go further. He says Arthavada. Because we come across that word Arthavada, so it's better to know what Arthavada means. Suppose something very important message is given, and that important message, to emphasize that, a high amount of, if you do that important good thing, high amount of benefit. If that important good thing is missed and important bad thing is done, or or unimportant, whatever is not to be done, if such a bad thing is done, how much harm will come? A kind of statements will be given which we cannot take literally, but which is a kind of a scaling statement. In other words, let me give an example. Here it says, Yagnasishta Ashinaha, those who eat the leftover from the yajnas after offering to the Lord, whatever is left over, they Santaha Muchyante Sarvakilbishe, they will get rid of all the sins. And Bunjate to Agham Papa, A Pachanti Atmakarna, for selfish reasons only. Whoever eats and never offers to anybody, never offers to gods, never offers to human beings, never does anything, so selfish being. If somebody does, he will be just eating not food, but he is eating the sins. He is eating all the sins. That means he is incur all the sins. So these statements, hey, wait a minute, all the sins go away because he is Yajna Bhaga, Sesha Bhaga, and all the sins come if you don't offer to anybody. Why? How come all? It looks like very extreme statement. The reason is to force people to go on the good path and to prevent people to go on the bad path. So the good path and bad path have to be emphasized, and they actually offer the potential. For example, you go on the good path, he says you get a, say, B100 benefits, it's ultimate, say complete B100. B1 is very small amount. Okay. So people, depending on their abilities, depending on their capabilities, gives an opportunity to get B100 benefit, the full, that is getting rid of all the sins. That can happen if the person does other good acts resulting from this good act. From this good act, which is eating the Yagnasishta, he does other good acts because his mind becomes more pure, he does more and more good acts. So he can reach the B100 point. But some people with limited abilities, they may reach B10, B20, B30, somewhere in between. So it gives the potential to go up to the full benefit. Everybody may not get full benefit, but it gives the potential. So better go on the positive path or good path. The negative path goes, it's not that everybody gets like a negative. Suppose you can say destruction 100, and destruction 100. Destruction 100 is complete destruction. Destruction 1 is a small destruction. Depending upon how bad the person becomes, he can be D10, D20, D30, whatever, depending upon individual capabilities. They can get, it's possible they can go to D100 also. Not that everybody goes to D100. So the potential is there to get very bad, 100% bad result. There's a possibility. Here, there's a potential or possibility to get 100% good if the good path. So to make the people to go only good path and to always avoid the bad path, the extreme statements are given. So it's not the false statements, but they have the potential. They may not happen for everybody, but it has that potential. Basically, that's what Arthavada means. Now, the cycle of karma that we are going to talk about today, a very important, nice concept. It is given in 2 slokas. The whole cycle is mentioned in 2 slokas. Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavah yajnat bhavati parjanyah yajnah karma samudbhavah. That is first sloka. And the next sloka, this is 14th sloka in 3rd adhyaya. Then the 15th sloka and 14 and 15 slokas in 3rd adhyaya is what we are talking about. And that is 14th sloka and the 15th sloka. Karma brahmodbhavam vidhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishthitam. Now, what is Anna? What is Pajanya? What is Bhuta? What is Yajna? And what is Karma? And what is this whole sloka is telling? For example, the first 14th sloka, Annat bhavanti bhutani. From Anna or food, Bhutas means pranis. Bhuta doesn't mean like ghost or devil or anything. Bhuta, all living beings, basically any prani, not just humans, all the pranis, living beings. They happen, the living beings come into existence. They obtain their bodies through anna or the food grains, whatever. And where is anna coming? Anna, parjanyat anna. From parjanya, anna comes. The parjanya word has 2 different meanings. One is parjanya means sun, parjanya also means clouds. In one way, both are applicable because the sun makes, sun, as you all know, the scientifically, all the water is evaporated, the sun makes the water evaporate, form the clouds, and the megha mandala are the clouds, the cluster of the clouds, and the abhimani devatas. Whenever you talk about jada, cannot make decisions. The jadas function and invisible to us, the presiding deities make that jada or inert objects function. So let us take both of them, because here we are mainly talking about the Abhimani Devatas, but using the Jada entities. So Surya Bimba is there, and Surya Bimba is making the water formation, the cloud formation from the water from the oceans. It evaporates the water, clouds are formed. But that Surya Bimba is controlled by Abhimani Devata Surya. And same way this Megha Mandal, the clouds, has Abhimani Devata, but the clouds is needed. The clouds make the rain falls. So Parjanyat Anna Sambhava. So the sun makes the cloud formation make the rains fall. The rainfall helps the grains grow. So Parjanyat Anna Sambhava. So from Parjanya, Anna is coming. So Parjanya has 2 different meanings. Both are applicable here. And then where is this Parjanya coming? Yajnat bhavati Parjanya. This is very important. So from Yajnas, Parjanya, that means Surya or Meghamandala is happening because of Yajna. Yajnat bhavati Parjanya. From Yajna, Parjanya is getting energy or getting whatever it is. So eligibility, power, strength, he is getting from Yajna. And Yajna, where is Yajna coming from? Yajna karma samudbhavaha. Yajna is coming from the karma. Here, the Yajna means the Yajnas that we perform or the Yajnas that Surya performed before he got the Surya post. The Surya is a padavi, like, for example, before the Devata obtained the Abhimanitva of the Surya. That means he became the presiding deity for getting the Surya padavi. He did some yajnas. Is that what is meant here? If by yajna we mean the fire worship that Surya did to obtain the Surya post or Surya padavi, then it will be a simple cycle, right? So this is basically a thought process, a preliminary thought process, which is not right, but which people may suggest. Hey, look, if we mean by yajna, the fire, Surya did a lot of yajnas before he got the Surya post, that Jiva, whatever Jiva, he did a lot of yajnas to obtain the Surya post. Because of that, he obtained the Surya post. So that yajna is what is mentioned here. So we can skip karma and bhuta. So why in this loka bring karma, bhutani? Let us avoid that karma and bhuta. Then the cycle will be from yajna parjanya namaka surya, he got his post by performing the yajnas. And from Surya, the Megha Mandala, the clouds formation happened from Surya, the Parjanya. So Parjanya, both the Parjanyas are brought here. Then from the cloud rains, the Anna is coming. Anna, food, grains, everything. And using those grains and everything, Surya performed the yajnas. So Surya performed the yajnas, and from that he got Surya Padavi. And that Surya made the cloud formation. That cloud formation made the Anna or the grains growth, and that helped again to perform the yajna. So the cycle there, it's a past cycle, long back. Surya did this there, and that cycle happened. So that is the cycle we are talking about. Or you can add a little more in that, say, karma. Yajna is a kind of a karma. So from karma, by performing an action, yajna is done. Yajna, from those yajnas, Surya obtained his post, and then the cloud formation he made to happen. And from the clouds, rain came and the Anna grew. And that Anna helped him to perform the karma, the action, which again went into the yajna. So either you include karma or you don't include karma yajna. So the cycle complete here. Why bring pranis, bhutas, all living beings? Why bring that? And it's why do we need? Means there's a problem with this. Because, okay, looks nice, wonderful, cycle is there, long back cycle it happened, but what has it to do with us? Surya performed yajnas, from that he made everything happen. The cycle happened long back the cycle happened. It doesn't help us in any way. It doesn't enable us, or it doesn't instruct us to participate in any karma cycle. That karma cycle is irrelevant to us. That is why that karma cycle is not taken. That yajna Surya performed to obtain the Surya post is not what is meant here, because that may look okay, but it is irrelevant to us. It doesn't make sense. And how can we participate in that cycle at all? We cannot even participate in that cycle. So it's irrelevant to us. So what do we mean? In this means the yajna is the yajna that we have to perform, like, hey, in the Western world, they don't perform any yajnas. Only in India, they perform yajnas. And of course, now, because of the Indian tradition, we perform yajnas in abroad also. But it's only selected people perform yajnas. Of course, we talk about Panchamaha yajnas. That's not what is meant here. We are talking about actual Ahuti Rupa yajna, the yajnas that we perform. The regular, real yajnas that we perform in the fire, putting the Ahuti. That's what is meant here. And if we perform the yajnas, what will happen? Means, so the Gita, Bhagavad Gita here talking about the yajna, that not the yajna that Surya did, but that's not what is meant. It is yajnas that we have to perform. Traditional yajnas, one with pouring ahutis, ghee and everything, that yajna is what is meant here. Okay, that yajnas is meant here. Then how the cycle is still coming? Where is the cycle? What is that cycle? Now, this, the yajnas that, okay, we went from, okay, we said, okay, yajna karma samudbhava, yajnas is happening because of the karma. Then karma, how the karmas happen, how the actions are taking place, who perform? So the next sloka says, Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi. The karmas are happening because of the grace of God. He gives a strength. Suppose God is not giving a strength to perform action at all. The karma, every jiva, even a tiny ant is doing a karma, whatever karma it is doing, Paramatma is present inside the ant and is making the ant do it. So the God is pervading, all pervading Paramatma is making the karmas happen. So here, karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. The karma is coming from Brahma, means here Paramatma. Paramatma is making the karmas happen. He is the indwelling force. He is giving the energy to perform the karma. And where is Brahma? Paramatma, of course, Paramatma is eternal. Paramatma is not born out of anything, but he is known, not born, but he is known through Vedas. Vedas are the only ones who talk about the Param. Of course, others also so many things talk, but they are dependent upon Vedas. Vedas are the apaurusheya, unauthored text, authorless text. Only Vedas. Vedas are the ultimate eternal work that is presenting Paramatma. All the rest of the, even including Pitihasa, Purana, or Bible, or Quran, anything that's man-made or that is coming as a inspiration or whatever, something that is authored, something that is written by a person, a man, they have a beginning. Everything has a beginning, but only Vedas are beginningless, and Paramatma is known through the Vedas. Akshara. Vedas have aksharas, basically. Akshara is, the word akshara is used instead of any other varna or something. Akshara means, kshara is destruction. Akshara is indestructible. The aksharas, because every akshara is indestructible, and the Vedas are made of aksharas or letters. So akshara is nothing but Veda. Paramatma is known through Vedas. That's why Brahma akshara samudbhavam. That means Brahma manifests, not that he is born. He is known through Vedas. That's why Brahma akshara samudbhavam. And aksharas are Vedas. How Vedas are propagated? Again, pranis, whether it's human beings or devatas, even devatas are also bhutas. Bhutas means not just the human beings. Bhutas means all the living beings. All the living beings means it includes devatas also. Devatas, manushyas, all the living beings that are there, they are the ones who are propagating Vedas, who are carrying forward the Vedas. So the Vedas are carried forward, are brought to manifestation, are made to give the meaning. They are they're what you call coming into vogue. They are being practiced by all the living beings. Only living beings can think about the Vedas. So Vedas are dependent in the sense they are benefiting the living beings, Manushas, Devatas, everybody. So Vedas are manifesting because of the bhutas, pranis. And bhutas again are, we saw the cycle. Bhutas, how the bhutas are, pranis are coming. Anna sambhavah, annad bhavanti bhutani. Bhutas are coming from anna. So the whole cycle is like this. How the cycle is coming? Cycle is coming from pranis or bhutas. Vedas are propagated. From Vedas, Paramatma is known. Paramatma makes the karmas happen, and the karmas, when we do the karma, yajna is one kind of a karma. So yajna rupa karma is done. The yajna rupa karmas that we do, what happens is when do the ahuti, yajna and all this, that help the cloud formation in a physiological, physical sense. But in a spiritual sense, the yajnas that we perform, they energize the Abhimani Devate Surya. Surya Deva is energized by the yajnas that we perform, no matter who performs the yajnas. That's why even if we are not able to perform, we make the Purohitas perform the yajnas. So yajnas are happening all over, whatever, wherever it's happening. But the yajnas that are happening, they energize Surya. So that Surya makes the Parjanya, the Meghamandala, the clouds formation. And the cloud formation rains, they make the grains, anna, to be grown, to be brought into existence. And that anna, and through the anna, people eat the anna, and the retas, the energizing, the living force that is carried forward, the living chain, the life chain is carried forward using the anna. So the anna helps the pranis, bhutas come into existence, and the bhutas, pranis make the Vedas happen. So this cycle now is a complete cycle. So from pranis or bhutas, akshara, Vedas come, and from there Parabrahma, Lord comes or manifested. Not that he's always there, but he's known, he's made to know, to be known to us. And then Paramatma makes the karmas happen. The karmas, one of the kind of karmas is the yajna, and those yajna rupa karmas, yajna form of karmas, makes the Parjanya Surya enhance, or he energizes Surya, and the Surya makes the cloud formation and rains lead to anna, utpatti, the food grain growth, and that will make the pranis exist, and also that will help the life force to go also through retas or whatever, all the energizing life cycle happens because of the anna. Through that it happens, and that pranis again lead to Vedas. Like this, the cycle is complete cycle happen. And if we know that cycle and realize its importance and participate in the cycle, whatever way we can, this prasiddha yajna, the famous yajna, is to be performed. Then we talk about other forms of yajna. Okay, those who are not able to perform this yajna, at least do other type of yajnas. So there's so many type of yajnas that will be talked about in the coming classes. So we're going to talk about other types of yajnas, but this is the cycle, that karma cycle, that is talked about and is very, very important. So this 14th and 15th slokas in third chapter is the actual karma cycle that is being talked about. Any questions are there? You can feel free to ask. Hare Srinivasa.
Namaskara, Guruji.
Namaskara.
Guruji, can you please elaborate a little bit more on what is meant by the propagation of Vedas through us, I mean, the living beings? Or if we are discussing that in the next class, I can wait for.
Yeah, I'll briefly tell that basically for the Vedas are nothing but apaurusha, say authorless. So Vedas are eternal. But for the Vedas, they're passed on, like, they're actually Vedas, like, a guru tells his Shishya. So for the Vedas to be propagated from generation to generation, one guru has to teach his Sishyas, one Sishya, two Sishyas, whatever. He gives handovers, teaches the Vedas to his Sishyas. Of course, everybody doesn't participate in the Veda, but we are talking about, suppose, let us say, in this world, so many beings are there. The Vedas are propagated by only a small number of people, but other people are supporting the small number of people also. So indirectly, of course, they're not directly participating in Vedas. They are not doing the Vedas, but they are helping these people. So they have some participation in the Vedas, that they are helping people who are propagating the Vedas. A guru hands over the Vedas, teaches the Vedas to his Sishyas, and those Sishyas will teach these Vedas to their Sishyas. So from generation to generation to generation, through mukha, through our mouth to mouth, the Vedas are handed over. So that is why from pranis, the Vedas are manifesting, means the pranis are the ones who are propagating the Vedas from one generation to the next generation. That is to the next generation. That is to the next generation. So that propagation happens, though a small number of people are participating in that, others are supporting the small number of people. So they're indirectly participating, not directly, because those who don't even know the name of the Vedas, those who don't know anything about the Vedas, hey, how are they participating? They are helping the small number of people who are propagating the Vedas. So that is what is meant here. From pranis or Vedas are getting manifested, means the Vedas are propagated from generation to generation by teaching. The guru teaches and the Sishyas receive it, and they again teach to their Sishyas, they again teach to their Sishyas. So they are passed on from generation to generation to generation. Others are supporting this system. They are not directly, there's people, a lot of people who don't even know the name of the Vedas, but they are supporting these people. So indirectly they are participating in that cycle. Not directly, but indirectly they are participating in the cycle.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Sure.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Yeah.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಮ. ನಂದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇತ್ತು.
Yeah.
The question is like seed. Is the seed already in the Brahmanda when it is created, or does it come ಈಗ ಅನ್ನದ್ ಭವಂತಿ ಭೂತಾನಿ ಅದಂದಾಗೆ? So does it come with that rainfall drop, or is the seed already on the earth which is made to idu upachaya anta?
Yeah, the seeds are all, because the seeds don't fall in the raindrops. So the raindrops, what happens is, in the raindrops, the jivas travel through the raindrops. So they fall, when the raindrops fall on the ground, the seeds are bored or planted on the land. So the seeds are created at the very beginning of the creation. Paramatma created the seeds. So the seeds, seeds with the planting capability are created by Paramatma. So that is carried forward. So the seeds are not falling in the rain. The seeds are already there on the ground. So the rain falls and the jivas travel through the raindrops, and when the tree fall on the ground and the seeds grow into the plant, those jivas enter the seeds, and those jivas through the seeds enter the father's body, then the mother's body, and they give rise to next generation. The human beings are born. So the seeds are not falling along with the rain, but the seeds are already there on the ground. They have been created by Paramatma at the very beginning.
Okay, Tumba, thanks. And one more question was like, so if we are doing yajna, we need the materials for those, like tuppa and all. That means before anybody can perform yajna, those bhutas should be there. Iga akalu, tuppa, all these things should already be existing. So how is it that first yajna was created?
Yes. The very first time the yajnas are, what the devatas did was, they performed manasika yajna. Through the manasika yajna, Paramatma's creation is, so then the seeds are created, the seeds are eaten, the animals ate, like the cows and everything, the creation was done, they ate the cloud. So the materials came later on. So initial stages, yes, there was no material, but at that time devatas did the manasika yajna, because they have the capacity to do the manasika yajna or mental yajna. And from that, all the materials came, cows came, everything came, the grains, because the grains have to come, the grass has to come, and the cows eat the grass, then the milk comes, then the milk, ghee, milk and curd, and then buttermilk, ghee, and all those things will come later on. So all those will come, the material that are needed for the yajnas come later on. Before their coming on earth, the manasika yajna, the mental yajnas are performed by devatas, which enabled for the creation and formation of all these materials. So the material creation and formation, then Brahma did all this later on. So then the regular type of yajnas became possible. All the materials were available, whatever, milk, curd, ghee, all these things came later on.
Okay, Tumba, thanks.
Sure.
Guruji, one more question. Now, when you said that the beings from higher realms, they come through the seeds and plants and whatever we consume, they enter our system, our bodies. What are the kinds of beings that we are talking about here?
Yeah, that's a long topic. It's called, actually, in Harikatamsara, there's a Panchamaha Yajna Sandhi, where we talk about the whole process. I'll cover that actually one of the classes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I'll wait for that, Guruji. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Guruji, one quick question. Namaskara, Guruji.
Yeah.
So we have the Purusha Suktam that talks a little bit about this, when initially there was a yajna performed by rishis, where various seasons were offered, etc. Is there any correlation between that and the topic discussed today?
Yes, that's why when I said the Manasika Yajna, that's also the Manasika Yajna that was done, and also the first type of Yajna where Brahma in Purusha Sukta that is talked about. Actually, we did long back the Purusha Sukta classes, and there we covered in detail. Yes, there's a connection between the two. Yes.
Dhanyawad Guruji.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We'll
Mama,
yeah.
couple of questions for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this sloka, Annad Bhavanti Bhutaniya slokadalli,
Yeah.
what you just told us is, like there will be some people who are directly participating for manifestation of Vedas,
Yeah.
but there could be some people who are indirectly participating for manifestation, right? So
Yes.
you are supporting the people who are manifesting it, right?
Yes.
Now, if you think like that, the entire humanity will be participating indirectly. Yake andre, in order for me to say, for example, if I donate 100 rupees to the temple, who are actually doing this work and Tankumana, just for the sake of argument, right? For me to generate this 100 rupees, there are so many people who are working along the way. So if I for me to give me a salary, my organization has to exist.
Yes.
If my organization has to exist, then someone has to get some services from my organization, right? They pay them, and then my organization pays me. And so even though you are talking about entire economic cycle in some sense.
Yes,
right?
That's why I said everybody indirectly others are participating. That's why I said that.
So
yes.
if everybody is indirectly participating in this yajna, then you should not have this time where you should have this anavrushti, ativrishti, iraba. You should not have that kind of situation. Yake andre, everybody within their own levels participating with whatever has been provided, given to them, right? So then
no, the participation is not just doing it, but the realization also is needed. Actually, that we'll talk about in the coming classes, because that's why otherwise, otherwise, if everybody is participating, the previous sloka doesn't make any sense. Where it said, Bunjate to Aham Papa, Etu Pachanchyatma Karanat doesn't make sense. And also, Stena Eva Saha. So it says, without doing this, Dattan Apadayabhyo Eo Bhunte Stena Eva Saha, he is a thief. So if everybody is one, nobody is a thief. But everybody, whoever doesn't do it right way, he's a thief. So just because you're financially participating doesn't mean it's enough. Something else is needed.
Yeah. So I think, yeah. But the question is, in some sense, everyone will be participating in one sense. Also, the question, the extension of that question is, see the Devata Abhimani, which you spoke about, Surya and all of the Devata Abhimanis, they also see how do they lose energy? See, they are a great soul. If you say that they are losing energy because
no, not losing energy, because that's a deep concept. We'll talk about that next class.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Gurugule Namaskara.
Yeah.
This is kind of little off topic with respect to tomorrow's great Shivratri.
Yeah.
So this is coming on Chaturdashi, and some temples are celebrating tomorrow, which is Trayodashi, and some are celebrating on 26th, which is Chaturdashi. So should it be performed on Chaturdashi, which is Ratri Vyapti, or that's the question that I had, Gurugule.
Yeah, see, that's why best thing is to follow locally whatever, the Putike Mata, they have these local calendars. So just follow whatever they instructed. That's why the Wednesday class we are not having, because some places they are doing Wednesday, some people Tuesday, or 2 days function are there. That's why the Wednesday class we are not having for Gita class, so only 2 days. So yeah, best thing is to follow whatever the locally they are saying, because they would have done all the necessary calculations. So that's the best to follow, basically.
Gurugala, in my case, like I'm in Charlotte actually, and Raleigh is celebrating on 25th.
Yeah.
And Atlanta is celebrating on 26th.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as long as if you go to the Mata, the Kshetra is there, so the onus is on them. So as long as you follow them and go to the Kshetra, then whatever the Kshetra is celebrating, even if there's a difference between two places, Raleigh and Atlanta, in your place you do whichever is convenient, I mean possible for you. So that should be fine.
Sorry, Guru, tomorrow being weekend, I'm not going anywhere actually.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, whatever people can do, people who can't go anywhere, they can do at home itself whatever they can. So that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
So that's why my question was: is it like Chaturdashi that needs
Yeah,
to be?
I'll send me place. I'll see when it is. So I'll just probably look into that one.
Thank you, Guru. In this area, actually, Charlotte, the Chaturdashi is coming after 12:30 a.m. on
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, let me look into that and I'll let you know.
Sure. Thank you very much, Guru.
Sure.
Namaskara. Hare Srinivasa.
Namaskara.
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, Guru.
Hare Srinivasa.
Hare Srinivasa.
Hare Srinivasa. प्रातः प्रभृति सायांतं सायादि प्रातरं तथा यत्क्रम जगन्नाथ ततस्तु तव पूजनं प्रातः कालादिकं कर्म नित्य नैमित्तिकं तथा केशवाराधनार्थाय करिष्येऽहं तवाज्ञया. हरे श्रीनिवास.
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಹರೇ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಗುರುಗಳ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ರೀ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, Guru.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.